Hey everyone, welcome to Past Lives and the Divine. I'm Gina, and this is the podcast where we talk about past lives and the divine, all through the deep connection to and knowing
Just
of our
watch
spirit.
me break
In this episode,
You're falling and the wind touch me. No one do anything that I want.
episodes are all about channeling your intuition through a writing practice. So it's actually a hypnotic journey paired with you popping open your eyes and writing. Just writing what comes to mind, writing what comes across your awareness. And after the hypnotic journey, that's when you can come out of it, read through what you wrote down, and take out the bits of wisdom that just kind of like punch you in the gut. The ones where you're like, oh, yeah, that one's important. And you can just kind of sift through that. Of course, as we move through these episodes, if you've done the two previous episodes, episode 40, episode 46, and this is episode 52, then what you can know is like anything in the future, like I plan on doing this once a month about, at least for this year. So if you want to train your intuition, connect with it, get to know it, understand it in a different way, this is a really great way to do it. Something that I and my clients are always reminded by their spirit guides is like writing and time in nature. Like I would say those are the two biggest pieces of advice that clients get when they're wondering like how to tap into their intuition, how to channel this knowing, how to understand it, how to trust it. And it's always about like getting quiet and channeling these things, whether it's channeling through a session where you're talking about it or writing. So that's one of the many reasons why I created this theme of an episode. So you will be taking after this intro, after I tell you a little bit more about it, you'll be taking that hypnotic journey. So with any of these hypnotic journeys, these channel and write journeys, because hypnosis, a hypnotic trance, is actually a state of mind, you can pop open your eyes and write, you can move around, you can do those things in trance, and we won't necessarily be moving around, but this is the type of hypnotic journey where your eyes will be closed at the beginning. You'll open them to write answers to any questions that are posed, write down anything you're aware of, anything that comes into your mind. And then after you write, you'll close your eyes again until it's time to write. So in today's episode, I'm facilitating this hypnotic journey for you to take in the name of self-exploration, getting in touch with your soul, and specifically becoming more aware of what is awakening within you. So there are so many ways that intuition can come through. I think it's something, if you're here listening to this podcast, listening to these long episodes, you're probably interested in learning more about your intuition, getting more from your intuition, strengthening your intuition. And I want to just remind everybody and remind myself is that this idea of like hearing our intuition, strengthening that connection to our intuition, it's actually two parts. The first is like understanding your relationship with it, like understanding how it comes to you, how it comes in, how you feel it, how you experience it. And I kind of think of it as like we all have our own brand of intuition, and this is like our own way of knowing, our own way that intuition is kind of permeated our energetics, our physical body, our personality. And the only way to know how that works for you is to get in there and play around with it. Like we can read all kinds of books on other ways other people have tapped into their intuition and other ways that intuition shows up for them. I love doing this. And I love specifically, little tangent, is like reading autobiographies or biographies of artists and hearing, like musicians, for example, and hearing how their intuition comes in or how these gifts come in. I think it was Willie Nelson who said it comes in like raindrops and he's just running around trying to catch them. I think like Waylon Jennings would just start strumming on a guitar and it would be like the tune would come and then the words would come. I've heard people talking about it like it's coming at them in the wind, or it's like someone whispers something to them and they have to like write it down, or there's just so many different ways. And I think it's interesting to hear how other people's comes in because it gives me more of an understanding of like all the different ways that this can happen. And it just gives me even, I guess, more allowance for how it could happen for me. So, strengthening your connection to your intuition is about first and foremost understanding how it comes in for you. And we do that by listening, testing, reflecting, listening again, maybe testing it out, reflecting on how that went. And then the second part is of like this idea of strengthening your intuition, as simple as it sounds, is to just simply listen. That's it. So like in order to understand it, how it comes in, what it is, whether you should trust it, how it feels, the first part of it is actually listening. And there are so many different ways to listen. And that is really like the benefit of meditation, reflection, time alone, time in silence, quieting your mind. That is the benefit of all of those things. And it's not that meditation is magic. It's not that exercise is magic. It's just you have to find what works for you to quiet your mind enough so you can interpret everything that's coming into your awareness and decide what, like discern between this is my truth, this is not my truth. This is intuition, this is not intuition. And the only way to do that is to like actually dance with it. And these episodes are such a great opportunity to do that. And it's such a great opportunity to write in a channeled way. I think it's something that most of us can easily do and the rest of us can do with some practice. And it's just so therapeutic. Anytime we write, when we pick up a pen or a pencil and we write, we're actually using the same side of our brain where the intuition lives, where all of that stuff lives. Is it the right side of your brain? Whatever, like the feminine, weirdo, artsy side of your brain. And so when you write, you're actually even more so opening up and exercising the part of our mind that is just naturally more creative, more in tune, more open, more flexible, more light, able to have fun, go with the flow, as opposed to that logical, linear, goal-setting comparison side of our brain, which is a wonderful and necessary part of our brain. It really is. But it's like overtrained based on how most of us live. That part of our brain is overtrained. And this other side of our brain, this intuitive, the creative, the artsy side of our brain is actually, not only is it not exercised well, but in our world, the way most of us live, it's actually, most of us are told this stuff doesn't matter. This stuff isn't true. So we have to like battle against that. We have to battle against society and ourselves in terms of trusting this stuff. So I wanted to offer this because writing for me is a great space where I can get things out. It seems that we access more when we actually write as opposed to type or talk. And if you're like, I'm never going to write, but I would type or talk, then type or talk. This is just simply my experience. And I know a lot of my clients and listeners have this desire or an inkling, like I feel like there's something on the other side of writing or journaling for me. And so if that is you and you are like me where there's like some resistance to it, hopefully this can be kind of like a way for you to dive in. And then of course, using hypnosis with this journey just allows us to open even more to our knowing, our soul's knowing, our intuition, the guidance of our spirit guides, any other enlightened beings that are around us at this time, during this session, and they're always around us. And so if them being around you is something that you would love to believe in or love to feel, this is also a great way to exercise that, because you're getting quiet and you're opening up even more to be in that space. As you do this, know that if you get understanding, clarity about blocks, barriers, things you'd like to get past, you can always go to Past Lives and the Divine, and you can click on the FAQs page for more information. You can click on the shop for like easy, downloadable, quick, directive hypnotic healings. So I want you to know that there's other resources. If you dig in these episodes and you find yourself being like, well, okay, I found this out. Now what do I do with that? Or how do I get beyond this? Look through past podcast episodes. You might see something that catches your eye that would help you kind of take a different point of view or move past a block. And the same is true with checking out the shop at pastlivesandthedivine.com and then just click on shop. Okay, the intention for our journey today is to open up and gain guidance around what is awakening within you. Not only what it is, but more importantly, like how to support it and foster its growth. And I chose this topic because since last year, since early 2020, I've had so many clients who have said like, I don't know, I'm going through something. I'm going through an awakening. And I need help, or what does this mean? Or what are my next steps? It's so common in the clients I'm seeing. It's common in myself. I felt like I was awakening before last year, but just a whole new level from last year. So even this, I mean, I am noticing things that are awakening within me at like a quicker rate. And it's like, okay, what is this? Because the thing with an awakening and a shift in how we feel is, for a lot of us, there's at least one part of our brain, even for me, I love change. I love growth. I love shifts. Even if they're slightly uncomfortable, just the reward I get when I'm encountering something new is very gratifying. So I actually have programmed myself to look forward to change. But I think that when we are moving through our life, it's easier to feel like these friction points or these tension points, and we don't always associate it with there's a change happening within me, and how I operate is actually in direct opposition of that change, and this is where that friction is coming from. So not only did I want to create this for me, who is experiencing a whole new level of awakening, I think we all are. I think even if you're just starting to be aware of it, it probably took you a while to be aware of it. And that's okay. Like, I think that's normal. So no matter where you are on this journey of awakening, if you just feel like it just popped into your world yesterday, or you feel like you've been on this path your whole life, we go through layers and kind of like ebbs and flows of it. And so my hope is that when you notice that awakening within you, even if it feels uncomfortable, that this gives you a safe space to really just kind of like settle into it for a while, to gain guidance, clarity, understanding, and just feel better through the change, So, and you'll love this journey if you've been feeling like things within you, within your soul, your mind, or your intuition are starting to like open, grow, change. And if you are feeling that way, you'll like this journey. But if you have been noticing like friends of yours or people in your orbit saying these things, this might be a fun episode to send to them. I would really, really appreciate it. Another thing I want you to know, because I'm paranoid, and I would be on the other end judging it, I've said this the previous 2 episodes as well, is that these channel and write episodes, these journeys, you're going to get better at this, meaning you're not going to need as many prompts as I have put in there. So if you find all my chatter as we're moving through the questions and gaining clarity and guidance, if you find my post-question chatter annoying, just hit pause, write, finish writing, put your pen down, hit play, close your eyes, and then with the next question, do the same thing. Open your eyes, hit pause, play. Having done this a few times, you're probably not going to need all that chatter. It would probably be pretty easy for you to tune it out. That's an option too. But I think of it as a way, as we're starting to get to know, understand, strengthen our connection to our intuition, it's really easy for that conscious mind. Again, it's like that part of our brain that's overtrained. It's too logical. It's always comparing. It's always wondering if, is this real? And what I do is when I ask the question, if you're new to this and that logical, conscious mind comparing and planning and all of that stuff is overtrained, which it probably is. I mean, I feel like I'm still trying to, undertrain mine. That's why I continue to talk, because I ask a question and it's easier for you to pause if you don't need a little help and sit in silence and write, as opposed to if I just did silence and you were like, I need more, this isn't working for me, my conscious mind is taking me away. Any thoughts that would convey that, like, how can I help you, right? So if you feel like you don't need the extra help and the extra ideas and the extra chatter for your subconscious mind to hang on to as you're writing, cool, just hit pause. And it's really, sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't. That's okay. Like, it's easier for you to hit pause than for me to, give guidance to someone without giving them guidance? ? As you're writing, as always, just observe what comes in, stream of consciousness writing. You will make sense of it after that hypnotic journey. All right, before we dive in today, of course, asking for a review on Apple Podcasts if you have not left it. If you don't listen on Apple Podcasts, but you can get there and leave a review, I would love you for it. But if you aren't going to do that, totally understand. And I don't know then how you can leave me a review. So if you're into it and you like it, grab your favorite episode, send it to a friend. Okay, find a place where you can safely, comfortably get into a position where it's easy to grab your pen and write. You can close your eyes, take a couple deep breaths as you settle in, and open your channel. All right, with that, gather around the fire. Let's get started on our journey to understand and support what is rising within us. Let's get started. Moving into a comfortable position, shifting as you need to. Sitting close to your pen and writing paper. You can relax your hands to your sides, on your lap, wherever is comfortable for you. Not now, but in a minute or so, you'll take some deep breaths. And when you do this, you'll take these deep breaths all the way in, all the way down to your belly, solar plexus, fill your chest. And then as you exhale, imagine exhaling out any tension, stress, tightness, any resistance that's within you. And now taking that first of 3 deep breaths, as you inhale, lengthening out, filling your lungs with air from bottom to top. And as you exhale, allow that breath to take away the cares of the day, anything that's weighing heavy on your mind. Continue to take deep breaths, taking 3, maybe 4 of them, and then returning to the natural rhythm of your own breath. Good. Knowing that with each effortless and automatic exhale, you'll naturally sink into a deeper state of relaxation. And this happens naturally and automatically. All you need to do is listen to my words. So know that if your mind starts to wander or you start to doubt, just listen to my words. Trust any information, insights, wisdom, anything that comes into your senses or your thoughts. Now I'd like you to imagine a route going from your seat through the floor and into the earth. And I want you to imagine this root spreading and reaching and growing wider and deeper. wider and deeper. Imagine this root reaching so wide and so deep that it can reach the core of the earth with some of those root branches. And imagine these roots wrapping around a rock at the core of the earth. And you are now totally grounded, connected
Just
to Mother
watch
Earth.
me breaking. You're falling into me, touch me. You're anything that I want.
And just feel this groundedness. And it might be so subtle and you might be unfamiliar with it, so it might be hard to identify. Almost like a deep calm. And now I want you to imagine with each exhale, any stress, any tension in your body is moving down through that root system, out of your body, into the earth, where it'll be transmuted into a higher frequency of love and healing. Love and healing for Mother Earth and all of her children. Good. Effortlessly and automatically relaxing even deeper. More and more physically relaxed, higher and higher consciousness. Now I want you to imagine, bring your attention to the very top of your head, and imagine opening the crown, the very top of your head, and allowing light to come in. Beautiful light from the universe from above. And this light comes in through the crown of your head and it works its way down from head all the way to toe. And imagine this light touching your body, relaxing you, healing you. As this light touches your forehead, eyebrows, and all the muscles around your eyes. You feel more relaxed as these muscles begin to soften. Now imagine, sense, feel, or just know that this light is moving down your face, relaxing all the muscles along your jawline, moving into your neck, bringing a deep sense of relief and release and relaxation. As this light moves from your neck all the way down your spine, sending a wave of softness and relaxation to all the muscles in your back, upper back, mid back, lower back, and into your hips. Maybe you feel yourself become heavier on the furniture or cushion beneath you. You feel so relaxed here. And now know that this light is moving into your chest, opening your heart center, releasing any blocks you might have to this journey. And this light spreads and bathes all of your organs in your chest and your abdomen, bathing all your organs in this healing light from above. And now this light moves into your legs, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and pools in your feet. Nourishing, healing, relaxing all the muscles, tendons, ligaments, and nerve pathways from head to toe in your body. Calm and balanced, you are now totally connected with that universal love, healing, and wisdom, and grounded to Mother Earth. Imagine, sense, feel, or just know that there is a spark of light at the center of your being. This spark of light is the ancient, all-knowing, and eternal part of you. This is the part of you that lives on and on, holding all your memories, all your plans, everything you've learned. And now imagine this light in the center of your being growing bigger and brighter. Bigger and brighter this light of your soul gets with each breath and each heartbeat, effortlessly and automatically. The light of your soul is now growing so big, so bright, that it shines and emanates out all around you. And it begins to form a protective, loving bubble of light all around you. Only truth and love can penetrate this bubble as you go deeper and deeper relaxed. Deeper relaxed, being bathed in the light and the wisdom of your soul. And you are now grounded to Mother Earth, protected and connected, bathed in the light and the wisdom and the healing of the light of the universe, and bathed in the light of your soul. Good. Our intention here is to have an experience that will give you insights and clarity, illuminating the best path forward for you in terms of you feeling your best in this life that you're living right now. Something is beginning to happen, and we don't know exactly what will happen or how it's happening, but it is happening. Now simply allow the deepest part of yourself to let go and evolve into this experience. Trust what is happening. Your conscious mind is stepping to the side now as your subconscious mind begins to get louder, stronger, more potent. Your subconscious mind will give you access to a point of view of your life that will help you make the most of your time. And the time here on earth, and the time you spend sharing your gifts, and the time you spend caring for your heart, your mind, your body, and your soul. Allow the light waves, the frequency vibrations, the healing energies that are around you and within you. Allow them to permeate every aspect of your being. Doing that now as you allow yourself to go even deeper into this state of relaxation. A deeper state of being. A state of trusting, allowing, knowing. This is a profound state of relaxation, peace, and connection to all that is. You are now in a place of expanded consciousness, expanded awareness, as you move into a realm of pure and unconditional love. In this space of higher awareness, The energy around you is beginning to take shape. You might see colors or lights. The energy around you is beginning to take the shape of a hill. A grassy, beautiful hill. And to you, it seems so peaceful here. You notice the clouds in the sky, or the absence of the clouds. You can feel the sun on your skin. And in the distance, you see a beautiful bubble of light coming toward you. And there's something about this bubble of light. It seems so intriguing, so interesting, so magnetic to you. Almost like you've seen it before. Observe this bubble of light coming toward you. Observe the shape, the color or colors, the size. Imagine this bubble of light coming toward you on this grassy hill. And now this little bubble of light comes and lands right next to you. As it lands, you look at it, and a little doorway opens up. You know exactly what to do, and you are so happy to do it. You move into this bubble of light. And as you move in, somehow in your intuition, you can feel that bubble of light smiling because you've joined together. This bubble of light is so peaceful, and so you relax in this bubble of light. And maybe you can get a sense of the colors, if they've changed, of this bubble, within this bubble. You acknowledge any smell, any textures, any characteristics of you being in this bubble. Maybe it's as if you're reclined on the most comfortable, cushy chair. Maybe you feel weightless and floating in this bubble. This is your bubble. This is your portal, opening you up even further to the wisdom of your soul and your spirit guides. As you relax here in this bubble of knowledge, in this space of expanded consciousness and awareness, with access more readily available from not only your soul self, but your guides, your eternal soul memories and knowledge. In a minute, you'll hear a series of questions. As I ask the questions, listen to the words of the question and allow the answer to bubble up inside your mind. Oftentimes, this is the first answer. This is the quiet answer that might surprise you. It might come as a clear picture of something in your life, something to add, something to let go of, action to take, something to complete on your path. You will get a response rising within you to these questions in many different ways. If you're visual, you might see a picture, or you might get a feeling, a knowing, a sensation to follow. No matter how you get the information, trust what unfolds within you. Be open to the way the messages come. No matter how small the detail or the idea, focus on it and let it grow in your mind. In this deeply relaxed state, you'll get more ideas and more clarity about your life, how to make it an even better fit for you. There are no wrong answers. Allowing the insights and wisdom to come in with an openness, an allowing, and a trust. Knowing that you'll be able to recall and write these ideas as soon as you get them. As these answers to the questions that I pose come in, you'll open your eyes, take your writing utensil, and write on the paper in front of you. Just write stream of consciousness, the first thing that comes to mind. Because the trance state is a place where our subconscious mind and our connection to the divine is more potent, more clear, it's a state of mind. So when you open your eyes, as long as you write, stay engaged with my voice and the answers that come in to your intuition, you'll remain in that trance state. But know at any time you can lift yourself out of it. Bringing your focus to this expanded place of consciousness, this bubble of light that you are inside. I'm going to ask a few questions about this bubble of light, and as the answers come in, you can open your eyes and write down the answer. As with every answer and every question, just observe what comes in and write it down. We'll analyze it later. We'll think about it in a way where we can maybe make more sense of it later. But for now, you're just writing stream of consciousness, the first thing that comes to mind, maybe that quiet answer that you didn't expect. Our first question: what color is the bubble of light? When it was floating toward you, what color was it presenting? And now that you're in this bubble of light, this place of expanded awareness and higher consciousness, has the color changed since moving inside this bubble of light? Trust and allow what comes in, and write the first thing that comes to mind. Continuing to fire up our intuition. As you relax here in this bubble of light, do you get the sense that you're floating weightlessly? Or do you get the sense you're seated or reclined or standing? How do you feel in this bubble of light? Just write down everything that you observe. Strengthening your intuition with each word that you write, opening up the channel further and further. Continuing to write, and remember at any time, if you feel like you need silence or need more time to write, you can just simply hit pause and then press play when you've completed your writing. Once you've completed your writing, you can lay down your pen or pencil, blink your eyes closed, or if you'd rather keep your eyes open, find one thing to look at. A flame, a point on the wall, a picture. Just find one thing to focus on. Focus your eyes or relax the eyelids closed and hear my words and be hyper aware of everything that comes across your awareness. Ready to write it down? Just listen to the words. You have the answers to these questions deep in your soul's knowing, your soul's history, and the plan your soul created for this life. What is awakening or rising within you? Observing whatever comes into your mind.
Just watch me break You're falling into me, touch me. You're a tiny thing that I want.
Through your mind. What is awakening and rising within you? Pressing pause if you need more time to write. Our next question: how can you support what is rising and awakening within you? This might be a shift in your mindset, it might be an action item or a habit change. How can you support what is awakening or rising within you? This might be something that will illuminate a fear or a belief that you can examine. Just writing stream of consciousness, whatever comes to mind on how you can support what is rising and awakening within you. When we grow and evolve and shift and change, it's natural for things to rise and bloom and awaken within us. Just as it's natural to release things that are no longer serving us. When you think of what's awakening within you, now shift your focus, and in response to this awakening, what within you or within your life is then going to fall away. This might be a mindset or a point of view or an action you take. What part of you has served its purpose or is no longer serving you for your highest and greatest good? Allowing this to fall away, so what is rising and awakening within you can fully bloom in your life. Simply observe and write what is ready to fall away. As you move on your path of evolution, acknowledging what is awakening within you, what are some things that you can do to help you to continue to feel safe and grounded, supported and free, as you allow this awakening to bloom in your life? observing and allowing any details to come in. Details that will help you to continue to feel safe and grounded in yourself as you notice and experience change within you and around you. As you experience this awakening, what are some things that you can do to help yourself feel more safe or grounded in this change, in this awakening? And in addition to those things that you can do to help yourself feel more safe, grounded, nourished in these changes on your path of evolution, where are opportunities where you can help yourself feel more alive, more joyful, as this awakening continues to unfold? Where and what are the opportunities around you that can help you feel more alive, more joyful, as the abundance and the awakening flourishes all around you? Observe and write. Good. Finishing any thoughts as they come in. Analyzing later. And writing stream of consciousness now. Finish writing your thoughts, and when you're ready, put down your pen or pencil and close your eyes. Relaxing here with your eyes closed, re-engaging with the words. I want you to imagine yourself doing these different things every day. Grounding yourself, nourishing yourself, giving yourself the foundation to take better action, make better decisions, all that are more suited for you in your best life, the life you came here to create. Imagine yourself now doing these things little by little, day after day, creating this positive change in your life. Imagine it happening effortlessly and automatically, day by day, becoming the most rooted, illuminated, free version of yourself, your soul self. See the days and weeks go by. The days and the weeks go by faster and faster, like you're hitting fast forward on a remote control. And you see yourself blossom and bloom into the highest, best, most enjoyable version of yourself. Enjoyable for you, because you deserve it. See this happening in your mind's eye. Sense this forward evolution, this glimpse into the future. Imagine this future version of you. Imagine it as you. Imagine this future you as if it was the present moment. How do you feel physically? Imagining yourself in the future, how do you feel mentally? How does this affect your life, your decisions, the people you live with, or the people you come into contact with regularly? See this glow of nourishment within you and how it touches every part of your life. But most importantly, I want you to see how these small changes in your actions or your mindset
just watch me break you falling and you may touch me. I would do anything that I want.
You've ever felt, both supported and free, both rooted and rising. Imagine this future version of you. See yourself in your life. Future you is now going to share wisdom with present day you. In this space of soul time, there's no such thing as linear time. Accessing your past lives, this can be done as easily as accessing your future self knowledge. In soul time, these rules of past, present, future, they don't exist. Your future self comes closer and gives you a warm and comforting hug. Your future self has wisdom to share with you. Your future self has a message for you that will help you where you are on your path now. Allow this wisdom sharing to come in. Know that if it feels unclear or like a lot, that all of the wisdom that your future self is sharing with you is being planted in your subconscious mind. So every day, it's easier and easier to nourish yourself and feel that glow within. That glow from being rooted and grounded in who you truly are. Allow any wisdom from your future self to come in. And when you're ready, open your eyes, grab your pen, and begin writing. What messages does your future self have for you? Allow and trust what comes in. Just simply observe, almost like it's just coming out of your pen, easily, automatically. And now we have another question for your future self. No one knows you like you know you. Your future self has so many answers for you. When your future self looks at you now, what are some of the things that could get in the way? What could get in the way of you making these positive changes in your life? On this journey of channeling and writing, this journey of seeing action items, shifts in your mindset or your point of view, new ideas and rememberings. Your future self knows what could get in the way. Barriers, common excuses. What messages does your future self have for you in regards to the information you got today, and how to make these changes in your life? This information might come in clear. It might come in as a symbol, a color. Write down anything that comes in. We'll analyze it after this journey. What wisdom does your future self have for you? Something to keep in mind as you move forward in your life. It could be a physical barrier that gets in your way. It could be a mindset, most often, stories we tell ourselves or beliefs that we have. What does your future self have to say about anything that could block you or make it more difficult for you to add in these practices? Just observe and write. Your future self is showing you these things now, and you take it as a learning opportunity, knowing that because you've had this journey, it'll be easier and easier for you to see barriers, stories that we tell ourselves, obstacles, mindsets. It'll be easier to see these things when they get in your way. And when you see these things, it'll be easy for you to just acknowledge them and get curious about why they're there and how to get around them or through them. Allowing any insights and wisdom coming from your future self. Maybe you have a spirit guide who wants to share something with you now. Just allow the insights and wisdom to come through your pen. And now imagine yourself faced with that block or that thing, that mindset, that belief, that story that holds you back. And I want you to imagine your highest, most divine part of yourself saying something to that block. It could be fear. It could be a perception of how much time you have. What does your higher self have to say to you to help coach you to get through or around any resistance you might have? And our last question, what other messages are here for you now? This might be a phrase or a picture or a symbol. Allow any additional insights, whether it's from your spirit guides, your higher self, ancestors, any other enlightened beings. Trust what comes in. Whenever you've completed writing, you can go ahead and lay down your pen or pencil. Relax your arms and your shoulders, and again, blink your eyes closed. If you're still writing, you can hit pause now and hit play when you're done writing. And now it's time to return to the present moment But before we move away from this space, let's send love and gratitude to all those who were with you, offering guidance and wisdom, whether they were seen or unseen. And now, moving away from this safe space of spiritual guidance, floating away closer and closer to the present moment, returning to the present moment, and getting ready to move into the next phase of your day or night in a way that's seamless, peaceful, and desirable. I'm going to count from 5 to 1. When I say 1, you'll be balanced and ready for the party or day or night that comes next. 5, feeling empowered and relief because you took this journey and felt the messages deeply in your soul. 4, taking back with you everything you learned and experienced. 3, more in touch with the room around you. 2, beginning to feel sensation in your fingers and toes. And 1, feeling wonderful, comfortable, confident, and easing into the next part of your day or night. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you know of someone who would appreciate this healing method or this particular hypnotic journey, send it to them. I'd appreciate it. And I appreciate you just being here and being open to this journey. Until next time, take care.